My 28 friend, 41F, announced she is getting married next week. I have reason to believe she is lying. Wendy and I have been friends for several years. We used to live in the same city and spent a lot of time together. I was aware of her history of traumatic relationships, which led her to decide against dating for a while. However, I also knew she had developed a significant crush on a mutual acquaintance, James, someone I had never met. After I moved to another state, we kept our friendship alive through phone calls. During these conversations, Wendy confided in me that her feelings for James were growing stronger, even though they hadn't spoken in quite some time. It wasn't long before she began insisting that they were in love, despite an ex-girlfriend standing in their way. The oddities in her stories started to pile up, prompting me to step back and limit our calls. This week, I found myself back in my former city, on a whim, and decided to meet up with Wendy. To my surprise, she excitedly shared that she and James were finally getting married, claiming that his ex had kept them apart for too long. She showed me photos of a home he supposedly bought for her, horses he had gifted her, and even a picture of herself in a wedding dress. With a gleam in her eye, she told me the name of the wedding venue and invited me to attend. That's when she dropped the bombshell.
James is apparently a millionaire.
Something felt off about all of this. When I returned home, my concerns began to mount. Wendy's house remained unpacked, despite her claims of an imminent move, and her living conditions seemed far from the lavish lifestyle one would expect from the fiancé of a millionaire. If James was indeed wealthy, why wasn't he helping her?
Instinctively, I started to do some digging.
I found the house she had shown me on Zillow, and to my shock, it was still for sale. The horses she bragged about were listed on a local ranch's website, primarily for tours. To further investigate, I called the wedding venue, only to learn that they were completely unbooked on the date she mentioned.
All the evidence was stacking against her.
My gut instinct told me that she and James were likely not in a relationship at all. Now I'm at a crossroads. What should I do next? Should I confront her about what I've discovered? Do I have a responsibility to warn James, who may be oblivious to the situation? Is Wendy's behavior simply a web of lies? Or could this be a sign of a more serious mental health issue? How can I help her without making things worse? TLDR. My friend insists she's getting married, but all the evidence suggests that her claims may either be lies or delusions.